How does Nelson Mandela convey his beliefs through spoken language? First of all, why is it important to have speech techniques? It is a way of successfully getting your message through to the audience or listeners. Several techniques will further get the listeners to be impacted by the passion the speaker has. In Nelson Mandela's speech, An Ideal for Which I'm Prepared to Die, he uses numerous examples of speech techniques such as interactional, similes, ellipsis, and even prosodic language. For this analysis, I'll be talking about each and every technique that Nelson Mandela uses and why they are effective in his speech. Let's start with ellipsis. Ellipsis is the use of 3 dots in a sentence that can be used to show confusion or disapproval, but Nelson Mandela uses it in a way to make his sentences both slow and easier to understand. He uses it to create hesitation and make his words more exaggerated and emotive. An example which Nelson Mandela uses ellipsis is in the end where his powerful sentence leaves the speech in an iconic example of powerful language.
But my lord, if it needs be.
Ellipsis is very important. In a speech, the effect it has in a sentence makes a massive impact, and without it can be a whole nother meaning. The next speech technique is prosodic language. Prosody is the study of the tune and rhythm in a speech and how these features contribute to meaning. It can include vocals, pitch, loudness, and rhythm. Prosodic speech focuses on exaggerating specific words to make them stand out. In Nelson Mandela's speech, he uses prosodic language to express his passion and opinion. This is used commonly as it works so well. An example of prosodic speech in Nelson Mandela is,
This makes the white man fear democracy.
and with a serious tone, the words are spoken clear. My next example is spoken language. This is not technically a language technique, but it is noticed through the speaker's accent. For example, Nelson Mandela has a South African accent, but why is this beneficial when talking to a country? Having an accent lets the listener analyze where the speaker is from and is a better way to represent a country. Same goes for Barack Obama. When speaking, we know that he is American due to his accent and leaves Barack a member of the American community. My last example is formal language. This is the certain language spoken depending on who you are talking to / addressing. In this case, formal language is the vocabulary used when addressing a higher class or when the person talking is of a higher class. Nelson Mandela is a great example for formal language, as Nelson is a politician. He uses proper English with correct vocabulary to represent himself in a sophisticated manner. This can include the length of a word, such as it is instead of it's. Makes a difference, doesn't it? Thank you for listening to my audio response to Nelson Mandela's speech techniques. Hope you enjoyed. Shout out to Johnny Depp. Thanks.